Hello, welcome back to Halftime TV. Norando Brown here, your host, and today we have an exciting show for you, as always. Today, as the title for this video states, Trent Alexander-ABSENT. We will be dissecting his performance against Real Madrid midweek, as well as his omission from Gareth Southgate's last squad for the international break. Should Trent Alexander-Arnold be included in England's Euro squad? Has he done enough this season to solidify his spot as England's number 2 right back? We'll be answering all these questions in today's show. Before we go any further, let me give a big thank you to our sponsors, RS Sports Store. RS Sports Store, get in the game. Follow them on Instagram at RS Sports Store. For all your sporting apparel, reach out to RS Sports Store. Quicklink Shipping. Follow them on Instagram at Quicklink Shipping or email them at quickshipping@gmail.com. CSA Shop, located in the heart of Mandeville. CSA Shop, be free, be confident. Follow them on Instagram at CSA Shop or email them at csashop@aol.com. Now let's get right to it. For the past 2 years, Trent Alexander-Arnold has been arguably one of the best right backs on the planet. He's delivered time and time again. He's been to the Champions League final on 2 occasions, one of which he won with an astounding Liverpool team that at the time seemed unbeatable. They were on top of the world, put mildly. Now, fast forward to 2021 and he's having a howler. He was recently dropped from Gareth Southgate's 23-man squad as they went on international break a week ago. Questions were asked. Why is Trent out of the squad? Now, based on the performance we saw against Real Madrid midweek, I bet a lot of those questions have been answered. Earlier this season, Trent Alexander-Arnold played against Southampton, and in the first half of that game, he gave away the ball 38 times. 38 times. A record for any player in the English Premier League at any point in time whatsoever. Whereas Trent's talent is unquestionable, there are certain aspects of his game that needs to be improved. And as the fans looking from the outside in, we wonder if his coaches and his managers aren't seeing these. Jurgen Klopp likes to play a high-pressing game. 90% of the time, they're in possession. They're the ones dominating teams. However, in games where teams decide that they're going to go at Liverpool, Trent Alexander-Arnold, 9 out of 10 times, is the target. He is the weak spot in that defense unit. England is one of those countries that is stacked with talent, especially in the right-back position. They have Kieran Trippier, who currently plies his trade with Atletico Madrid. Atletico Madrid, mind you, are atop the La Liga and they're in pole position to win it this season. Kyle Walker, he currently plays for Manchester City. Manchester City, who are in pole position to win the English Premier League. And oftentimes, Kyle Walker is the go-to right back for Pep Guardiola. Then we have Reece James, Chelsea's academy graduate. He's made a name for himself this season. However, he came on the scene last season. He is doing extremely well. He's great going forward, but he's also extremely good defensively. He's extremely robust. He delivers the ball really well into the box. Not as good as Trent Alexander-Arnold, but one may go as far as to say he has a little bit of everything. Trent Alexander-Arnold, in comparison to these 3 players that I outlined, he is surplus in one area and lacking significantly in the other. The area in which he's lacking is the defensive aspect. And in an England team that is planning to go to the Euros, one would expect that the defensive aspect of his game will need to improve significantly if he is to stake a claim in the 23-man squad that Gareth Southgate is going to decide on. Trent Alexander-Arnold is a phenomenal talent, and on his day, he is unplayable. His delivery is impeccable, and I'm pretty sure Harry Kane or Marcus Rashford or Calvert-Lewin or whoever it is that will be arriving in the box for England come Euros later this year will be more than happy if he's the one providing those crosses. However, out of possession, he struggles. And in a game against, for example, Croatia, which is the first game that they will play in the Euros, one would bet on Perisic 9 out of 10 times running at Trent Alexander-Arnold. The thing is, against big name players or against big players who are willing to dribble at Trent Alexander-Arnold, he will struggle. We saw midweek against Ferland Mendy of Real Madrid. He looked as if he was a fish out of water. And a Vinicius Jr., who was struggling for goals and consistency this season, appeared to be a world beater, all because of Trent. In a game that Liverpool went into on the back of a statement win against Arsenal at the weekend, hopes were high. However, Alexander-Arnold contributed to his team's demise as he lost possession 23 times in the game, as well as made 2 errors leading to shots on goal, one of which was Asensio's goal, obviously. Now, if you're a Liverpool fan, you'll say it is harsh that Alexander-Arnold has not been included in the England team. But in my opinion, he needs to do far more, especially in a team where talent is of surplus availability. Southgate currently has one of the most difficult jobs in international football, as the talent at his disposal is astounding. Going into this year's Euro, England will be looking to go one better than they did in the World Cup, where they got to the semi-final stage. Can they go all the way? England is expected to play without the ball, and without the ball meaning they will be doing a whole lot of counter-attacking and depending significantly on set plays. If they're planning to be without the ball, then let me be frank, Alexander-Arnold is not the answer. He has been excellent with Liverpool for the past 2 seasons. However, like most of the players in this Liverpool team, his performance for the past few weeks has been dwindling. Can he up his game? We're yet to see. But what we are sure is that currently Trent Alexander-Arnold is 4th in the pecking order. And if Reece James, Kyle Walker and Kieran Trippier continue on the trajectory they're going, sad to say, Trent Alexander-Arnold will be absent from the Euro come the summer. Football is an unforgiving sport, and as we saw midweek, his mistakes were punished, and they were punished elaborately. I am pretty sure Gareth Southgate was watching that game, and he will have an argument for Trent Alexander-Arnold's omission from his squad come the summer. His performances need to improve. He needs to work on the defensive aspect, but this has been something that has been recurring. We've been hearing it time and time again. It has been a concern for the past 2 seasons, but considering the defensive versatility that Liverpool had and the defensive cover that Trent oftentimes had, he was not exposed as much. Come this season, in the absence of Joe Gomez and Virgil van Dijk and Joel Matip, he has been exposed, and that exposure may have now just cost him a spot in Euro 2020 England squad. Thanks for tuning into this week's episode. Tune in Monday night on Instagram Live as we'll discuss this episode at length and hear you, the viewers, and your views on Trent Alexander-Arnold missing out on a Euro 2020 squad. Please leave your comments in the comment section and remember to like, share and subscribe. Until next time.